I'll just add myself to the studio. So this is the David Washington Show. And we got some news from the Democratic Party. Karin Jean-Pierre, recent departure from the Democratic Party, has sent shockwaves through the political landscape. Was this a principled stand against the party's direction, a calculated move to promote her new book, or a sign of deeper rifts within the Democratic Party? We explored this political fallout that we're experiencing within the Democratic Party and the anticipated pushback from party loyalists and what this means for the Democrats' ability to connect with voters. Let's go. So I'm not gonna punch down on the Democrats. I think you all know where I'm at as far as the local party here in Florida, the state party, and also the national party. For the most part, I'm done, beating them up with the high-profile defections from the party. The recent by Karin Jean-Pierre, the former press secretary for the Biden-Harris administration. This says a lot about the party. Done. What I want to talk about very quickly is what she said. And I want to bring this up. What she said in the book. And I share this with some of my family members and friends who are Democrats and follow politics. And they've had their opinion about what's going on as far as the Democratic Party. We differ. They understand, and many of you already know that I left the party last year, and I'm among the independents that Miss Jean-Pierre has decided to join. So this is from KJP's publisher. In a hard-hitting yet hopeful critique, Jean-Pierre defines what it means to be part of the growing percentage of our fractured electorate that is independent. Why it can be worthwhile, listen closely, why it can be worthwhile to carve a political space more loyal to personal beliefs than a party affiliation, and what questions you need to ask yourself to determine where you fit politically. So this is from the Hachette Book Group, based on the upcoming book, Independent, by Karin Jean-Pierre, Biden-Harris White House press secretary. I want to focus on that part about the independence and thinking about what is best for you individually, your families, your communities. That is the message that I'm taking from her departure and why she stated what she stated in regards to leaving the Democratic Party. As Americans, we understand back in 2016 how politics is determined, how politics is decided, how political messaging, campaigning, strategy has changed for the better or for the worse, depending on where you're at. However, it has changed. And with the technological innovations that are rapidly implemented within our society, within the way we work, within the way we communicate, within the way that we decide what matters the most to us, politics has changed forever. And it's long time for us as the American electorate to start thinking beyond party affiliation, beyond the D, the R, the L, the S, whatever, beyond the parties, and start thinking about ourselves, our families, our communities by voting Let me drill that back. It's by becoming engaged, increasing our civic engagement IQ, understanding, learning about those individuals who want to represent us, but even more importantly, how government works. Because a lot of us do not know, particularly at the very, very local level, how the county commission works, how our city council works. The information is out there. More and more of our council meetings and commission meetings are being recorded and broadcast and saved on various platforms. The information is there. What do we do with that information? We have to understand why it's important to give public comment. But even before that, how do you give public comment? Where do you go? What form do you fill out? What's the process? You can learn that by watching a meeting. How do I know what's going to be discussed? What's going to be debated? You must find out, and the information is there. You must find out what the agenda is. The agenda is typically posted 24 hours, 48 hours prior to a meeting, whether it's city council or commission. Sometimes it's posted a week in advance because council and commission meetings are not necessarily scheduled at a whim, unannounced. Public notice must be given. So these agendas are available for people to look for themselves and understand, okay, what's on this agenda matters to me. And if you don't understand, that's why you have a government to help you understand why a particular issue is on the agenda. What do all these terms and numbers and whatever, what does it all mean? That's why we have AI. That's why we have government representatives. That's why we have government services to help us understand. Call the press office, call the mayor's office, call your city council member, your county commissioner member, whatever. The information is there. Those individuals are there to serve you because you pay tax dollars to have them work for you. Or you can use AI. Go to Gemini, Claude, DeepSeek, and what is it? Perplexity, Gronk. Information's there. There is no denying that we are closer to the levers of knowledge and power than ever before. Learn how to prompt the AI so that you can get the information that you're seeking. Things are moving very quickly. And as we see our world change, and the things that we do and how we interact, our politics is also changing. So the lesson I took from Miss Jean-Pierre's announcement that she has left the Democratic Party is this. Many people across our country, including myself, have left or are considering leaving the political party affiliation that they have long been identified with, because that party does not represent the values, the morals, or ideas for a better America. Being the independent is difficult in some places here in Florida. You really don't get to vote in the primary for the Democrat or the Republican primary nominee. It's a closed primary system. Hopefully that will change. I don't think so anytime soon. However, there are nonpartisan elections that do occur. That do occur, that nonpartisan, like myself, nonpartisan voters do vote in. And of course, you have Democrats, independents, libertarians, socialists, Republicans involved in those races. Choose wisely. Do your own damn research and increase your civic engagement IQ, because our children, their children, our elders, and ourselves, our families, our communities, our candidates, and our electeds depend on us to make sound decisions. So, in saying that, I feel kind of bad that, no, I don't. I don't feel bad. This is politics. And Jean-Pierre is doing what's best for her and doing what's best for her party and for her country. Again, do what's best for yourself, your kitchen table issues, your families, and your communities. Let's increase our civic engagement IQs. Let's understand what resources and tools are available at our fingertips right here on these devices that we have in our pockets, in our hands every day. We are enhanced humans. We have the power of the world in our hands. We are enhanced humans with all this knowledge and all this power in our pockets, in our hands, on our coffee tables, on our nightstands. Let's use it wisely. Let's use AI, artificial intelligence, wisely. Let's use the blockchain wisely. Let's educate ourselves. Let's do this together. And again, if you enjoy what you hear, if you like what you hear, if you think there are family members, friends, those influencers, candidates, and electeds in the community that you know who could benefit from this content and the other content that we publish, please like, share, hit the notification button, and more importantly, comment. You all have been commenting incredibly. Wow. I can't keep up. You all are phenomenal. Our viewing audience across all of our podcast platforms, all across our social media platforms. Thank you. Keep commenting. I will get to your comments. And you know something? Comment among yourselves. I see that there are conversations among our viewers and listeners. So please keep that up because this is great information. This is great information for us to understand what matters the most to you. Hey, and don't forget the T8020community.com website. Check it out. We are changing the way we involve ourselves in our world, increasing our civic engagement, increasing our involvement with one another. Check it out. We are taking the power that legacy media and our politicians have had to dictate how we live and bringing it back to you, the individual. So check it out. T as in Ted, 8020, T8020community.com to learn more about what we're doing on the blockchain and what we're doing in Web3 and how we're making our society that much better. Love you. Thank you. See you the next time. God bless.